If you sort out the limitation you have with the public sector, do you think that will help ease over the correlation between you and the people?
Yeah, it's the key.
That's the key.
I think the key success of the sandbox or even the decarbonization of the country to achieve the 2065 target is that we got to have a new legislation.
Welcome to Seta Connect, a digital hub of conversation on sustainability, energy and technology. And we are joined today by Mr. Charoenchai Chaliewkriengkrai, who's the MD of SCG Group in circular economy and also the president of Federal Thai Industry in Saraburi. Welcome.
Thank you.
And this is actually a very an honorable thing to be having you here. Actually, the first episode of Seta Connect podcast.
Oh.
So we are very delighted to have you here today with us. So yeah, let's begin by just having a little, background on who you are.
All right.
And what inspired you to pursue this career path to come all this way.
All right.
To join the position you have at the moment.
Thank you for inviting me. And
Yep.
it's my honor to be in your first chapter of your podcast.
Yeah,
As
it's a
you-
good one. It's a good first one.
As you introduced, I have been working for SCG for more than 30 years. Right.
3 decades.
Yeah,
That's
quite long. Right?
quite a long time.
And I started most of my working career with SCG. I have been working mainly with the cement manufacturing.
Yep.
Yeah, most of the time I have been, producing cement, doing some more engineering and expansion project for our cement factories.
Yeah.
For nearly 3 decades, and only a few years back that I have switched my my career
Yeah.
to be in the circular economy and in another term in the sustainable development.
Yeah.
Because cement is the high emission industry.
Oh yeah.
And now I have switched back to another side of SCG industry
Right.
to be more help more with the emission.
What got you into this career path then?
It's our SCG philosophy to be more responsible for Thai society.
Yeah.
It has become more, as we know, that the big corporate in Thailand now all of them have been taking care more for the responsibility for the environment.
Yeah, they need
So
to
we
promote that.
founded a new business in SCG to be focused on the circular economy
Yeah.
and all the renewable energy,
Right.
energy fuel, something like that.
Oh no, but
for
what?
more than 20 years ago, but we have just been, speeding up for a few years back.
Well, that's a good thing. What I meant was, what inspired you to take on this career path in SCG? What brought you into SCG? Why do you choose to come into the construction industry?
Oh, we have to go back more than 30 years. There.
Are we talking the 90s or like the 80s?
Right. At that time, we were inspired always for the passion for good people, excellent people, both good in working, in managing people,
Right.
and to be coming into SCG.
When was this SCG established?
111 years ago.
That's
So it has been
long time.
very constantly the leaders for taking care of the people and the environment and the society.
Yeah,
That is
as
the
it should.
thing that inspired me to be loyal to the company.
That's a really great thing, actually. I didn't even know that it's like 100-year company.
Right.
That's insane.
At that time, like 40 years ago, it has been already in my mind from when that time I was studying.
What were you studying?
I graduated from engineering in university in south of Thailand,
South Thailand?
Right.
What province?
in Songkhla.
It's very interesting. Again, like I said, I didn't really know that much about SCG until now. If you were to pick one topic about SCG at the moment that is like really pushing you to continue with the business further, what would it be? I mean, you are actually heading the circular economy projects of SCG anyways.
Right.
So what are you guys doing right now with that?
When we have been doing the business like this, when we compare to our peers around the world for the cement industries, we see some development gap that we can be doing better.
Yeah.
So we just thought, how can we make more impact,
Yeah.
the positive impact to Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
That was when we step out from the business in the company,
Right.
to join in the Federation of Thai Industries.
The FTI.
Yeah, the FGI and some more organization, like just to combine
Yeah.
all the players in the countries
I mean, you're the
to join force
Yeah.
for the bigger impact of the countries.
And you're also the president of FTI
Right.
in the Saraburi
Yeah,
province.
true.
Right. So what made you take that step?
Cement industries in Thailand, we are one of the big leaders for the manufacturing of cement in Asia. And 80% of the capacity of Thai cement is in Saraburi province. So that is the reason why SCG, who is the majority of the Thai cement manufacturing manufacturers, has to step out from the company boundary to be the Thai industry boundary, to create more impact, to combine all the players, all the manufacturers to join hands. That brings about the Federation of Thai Industry to join hands.
When were you elected as president?
3 years ago.
And since then, how many hands have you joined in this?
Of course, the big hands in Saraburi are all the 7 manufacturers of Thai cement manufacturing, so-called TCMA, has joined the hand. And from the day that I joined 3 years ago until now, we have got more helping hands from all the cement manufacturers and all the industry in the province to join this kind of thing. To improve more, better.
Right. That's good. You guys also export your cement around Asian only, or just in Asia?
Yeah,
or worldwide?
Mainly in Asian countries, because cement is a very location limited, because it's very heavy. Comparing the price to the weight, we cannot go so far.
Fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, but just recently that the low carbon cement, that is also our
that's my second question too.
Right.
If you're exporting out, how is your circular economy projects being reached out to? And you're mentioning that.
Exporting, can be the two sides of the coin.
It's a
in one way,
sword,
it is good for our business. We can run more utilization of our factories, but in another way, we create more emission. Because they import cement from us, we emit the greenhouse gas here in Thailand and then export to their countries. But our green cement or our low carbon cement nowadays have been exported to USA and some Oceania countries. That is maybe one of the good things, that the lower carbon cement can be sold more.
Right.
That is the point that we still are doing it today.
Do you know which building in America is built using your cement?
Yeah, I can guess, because we have been started exporting cement to America for quite some period of time, maybe 10 years, I guess.
Do you know what buildings? Like where in what state?
We exported to now in California, mainly, yes.
So I used to study in California.
Right.
So maybe one of my buildings is actually used by SCG. We don't know, but hopefully if that's the case. Because Thailand is one of the main export in everything, agriculturally, as well as construction as well. I know that much, in fact. But if that was the case, I want to know about initiatives that you are using, especially not just helping your CSR, but actually promoting sustainability, not only domestically, but internationally. How are you doing that? No, you personally. How are you trying to reach that message out much more globally than only in Thailand about, circular economy and how it is actually? Because we are, I think we just discussed that before, we're trying to, in Thailand anyways, with SCG, trying to reach the net zero carbon by 2050. So my question is much more about, if you were doing this, how are you spreading the word out to not just your competitors, but around the world with your exports and stuff?
I think that's the very significant starting point.
Right.
Yeah, because how to produce the low carbon cement. From the beginning, we have been using, for more than 20 years, the alternative fuels because at that time it was much cheaper than today.
What kind of fuels were you using?
Yeah, we replaced our coal that is the main fuel by the biomass for like 20 years ago.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, at that time we did it because it was cheaper and it can reduce our costs and everything. And we started to replace our grid power by the waste heat power generation from our waste heat process.
Really?
For more than 15 years ago. We started long time ago. At that time, we did it because it got some cost saving.
Right.
Right. And for when the time goes by, we saw that this also reduce more emission.
Definitely. Yeah.
We have been adding more and more initiatives like that to reduce our carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is that made our initiatives, or our impact to reduce the greenhouse gas and more, clearly than the peer. So that is the point that we can export more.
Okay, if that's the case, and because you mentioned a lot about that, so you're telling me how you produce, greener way of producing these cement.
Right.
How is the message being spread out to your consumer? About you being able to do this?
We didn't broadcast that much. I think people especially in Thailand, they always recognize that.
What about globally?
We used to be the founders of the Global Cement Association because a few decades back, SCG was one of the largest cement manufacturer in the world before China has started their manufacturing, and we have been already recognized as one of the sustainable cement product producers in the world. But no, we didn't broadcast that much. They have been
using a lot of word of mouth,
right?
Using a lot of trust in your past consumers,
right? I can say cement can be not that much. Different if you compare from one manufacturer to another. But only how green is it? Yeah, that is the point. How sustainable your business is in their own perception.
I know that you're having a project going on right now in Saraburi, and it's going to be called Saraburi Sandbox, right?
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about that? Actually, this is a very interesting project, I think.
It started 2 years ago.
This is new, a new project then?
Yes.
2 years ago.
Yeah, it's just 2 years ago after the COP27 in Egypt when the Thai Prime Minister committed for the 2065 goal for the net zero. And that at that time, our management came back from Egypt.
What they say?
Came up with a question.
Yeah.
How do they gonna deliver? The
promises, man.
Yeah. So we are as the hard to abate sector.
Yeah.
And it will be the one of the most disrupted industries for the carbon tax in the future.
Really?
Because cement is the hard to abate. We emit more greenhouse gases.
Yeah.
So if we are not active to how to deliver this, we will get more disrupted.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's the point that we came up with the Saraburi Sandbox that let's try to deliver and create the working process and draw up a roadmap for a province because the country is so big, right?
Yeah.
Thailand is too big for us to reach or to make impact.
Yeah.
But for Saraburi, I think we are in the position to organize people to come together and simulate Thailand to be, in a Saraburi area.
And your goal is to do that before the 2065 promise?
We did it after the commitment from the Prime Minister. But
right.
The goal for Saraburi and for the cement industry, so-called by TCMA, we set the goal at 2050. 15 years earlier than the national plan.
15 years earlier.
Right. That is the starting point of Saraburi Sandbox.
Yeah.
It is the area or the area-based approach.
It's like the prime location, especially in your industry.
Yeah, let's set the goal for a province and let's set up the working process and the roadmap for achieving the goal according to NDC.
Yeah. So now that you've been doing this for 2 years now, have you faced any challenges that came your way with doing this?
Of course. It's like we are climbing up a very I got this an analog from our public leaders, from one of them, that the Saraburi Sandbox is the project that we are climbing up a very deep mountain with more trees to cut to make way, because it's a very new way of working.
Right.
Yeah. To sort out the complexity of the working process between the public sector and the private sector.
Okay.
Because it is the nature of working in Thailand that we face more complexity. And that is what Saraburi Sandbox is dealing with. So if you ask me, there would be thousands of challenges.
But your aim is still there, though. The goal is still there.
Yeah, I think the idea of the Saraburi Sandbox is just to start taking action.
And actions have been taken.
Right, have been taken, yes.
So what is the next step then?
The next step, I
think, for the next year?
As I said, that is the long-term target and the long-term
this is
actions.
2024, so 26 more years,
Right.
It's like 2 decades, 3 decades,
We can see that we cannot gonna make it happen or be successful in a few years.
In a few years.
It will take more.
Okay, then I'll rephrase that. What about 10 years time? You've said you have some roadmap in place, and let's just, if we're gonna flash forward to like 2034, in the next 10 years, where do you think this project will position itself? What is your hope for it?
That would be the true hope, because nowadays we set our target. Of course, we have like a 3 years target.
27?
In Thai, it's 2570. So it's like 3 years from now. We have the short-term target. And again, the 2030 for the NDC. If you ask me what we set the target for that, we set that re-regulation to remove the limitation of the decarbonization initiatives in Thailand.
So it really all depends on the public sector too, in a way.
Yeah, because as I said, the private sector always taking action because they have to survive. All the things that we can do, we have done. For example, as I told you, we started to use more RE, both in terms of the attractive fuel or the RE power. We have done all the things that we could do it, possible by ourselves.
Yeah.
But for the way forward from now, we need more hands from the public sector.
More synergy.
Right. Because when we do it, all the limitation or the regulation has been set. So when we face the limitation like this, there comes the Saraburi Sandbox to, get all the related sectors to deregulate this. And this is the target for our
near future.
Right.
Why is it called Saraburi Sandbox in the first place?
Because it's the area to try to test and learn. Yeah. Because the sandbox, it means when we face the limitation, and so we need some area or some boundary to try the new idea. We can limit the area or the thing. If we fail or if we succeed, we can limit the area only in Saraburi.
Got you.
Yeah, that is the point of the Saraburi.
So the sandbox, is it all of Saraburi, or is it just like a part of Saraburi?
The project is all in the Saraburi province.
Right.
But
got you.
Anyway, we cannot avoid to relate back to the central government.
We want to do it, but we also kind of want to need help with that.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we are trying now both in the upper level and the bottom up level.
As you said, it's all about survivability as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword in a way. Yeah. Again, I'm gonna tread really lightly with this. We don't want to step on anyone's toes. Right. So let's talk more about then, as a country globally, then, how will this benefit Thailand, and then we will push us further. How is it going to benefit, let's say, ASEAN, APAC, whatever? But let's start with this country. How is Sandbox going to be able to help us grow further than we are now?
I can say that the Sandbox, from the first time, it was focusing on the industries, because we are from the cement industry and we want to make the cement industry more greener
too.
The first place. But when we came down to Saraburi province, we see that there are more than the industries. If we look at Thailand or Saraburi itself, we are the agricultural country.
Oh yeah.
For the basic.
Yeah.
So we call it the area-based approach.
Yeah.
It means we see that what is the context of the area, what Saraburi has.
Yeah.
What we have.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
the
agricultural countries can contribute more to the industry in the way that the fuel that we are using. I mean, we use it from many years ago was from the fossil fuel, but the agriculture sector in Thailand, they have more agricultural residue to be used as the alternative fuel.
Yeah.
So there is one thing that I think it can be a very good complement in the Saraburi context.
Yeah.
And in the same time, it can help the economy of the country, because all the coal that we were using, they are imported from other countries.
Right.
I can say more. I mean, several thousand $1 million US dollar a year that we can
save
from importing the coal to be, using circulating in Thailand for the Thai farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can boost the economy in the country.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
That is one thing that we learned from doing the Saraburi Sandbox.
That's one thing I learned, definitely. Yeah. Like, we need to, again, don't want to step on anyone's toes, but like, we've been spending a lot more than we actually gain, in a way. So this is a great start, I'd say.
Right.
So if you were to expand that from just being this country into a much more globally, the Sandbox thing is a great initiative then, I'd say. And you have like a lot of things going on at the moment, but again, the goals you reach or hope to reach is kind of like, in some way, quite far from now.
Right.
Too. So again, with the synergy. And is there any kind of synergy, kind of like agreement being worked on at the moment with the public sector to be like, hey, this is working, and we really need your help?
There is a very, big, maybe the biggest issue for the Saraburi Sandbox.
Yeah.
Because people skeptical.
Yeah.
Right. They are skeptical. What is the sandbox about? And what can we do? What can we really make the change?
Yeah.
Or it is just a greenwashing? That is a very classical question for nowadays. We overcame that questions from the beginning. That as I said, we try to bring from the top level and the bottom up level to meet in the midway.
And is there action going on?
Yeah, we try to get the engagement or the agreement from the top level of the country first, for the project like this.
Right.
Yeah, in Thai, so-called the permanent secretary of each ministries, 5 or 6 ministries. Our top management has met them to ask for their support, to tell them our initiatives for the sandbox, and we got support. We got agreement from them. That is the beginning. I mean, that we mean the top down.
Okay, that's good.
For the bottom up, I went directly for our SCG management to the province governor, get buy-in and explain him what the sandbox is about.
Yeah.
Yeah. When he heard that it's just about doing better environment for the province,
Yeah.
suddenly he joined hand. He engaged in the project. But it was not with the. I mean, it's not that easy. When we started and we were along the way with the new thing, people are so skeptical as well. Are you really gonna make change to the regulation and to the, making new legislation of Thailand? They are still skeptical. But after 1 or 2 years, they have seen the use cases and the action that we have taken. The changes and the emission that has been reduced. So that after that, the majority of the people or the organization, both from the public sector, the private sector, and recently from the people sector, that we have put into this kind of PPP. They can see more changes, more use cases.
Okay.
More movement. After this, it will be, how to make it stick with the people here. How to make it sustainable for the Saraburi province.
I really want to talk about raising a topic again about the inclusivity of the Thai people and how they're actually seeing this project. Again, I feel like, there are a lot of skeptical about this kind of stuff, but you are showing results.
Right.
And again, action speaks louder than word.
Right.
So do you see the change in the perception of the things that you're doing, the initiatives that you're doing, that is resonating with the people? Yeah,
as I told you that when we started the sandbox 2 years ago, there will be more people who were skeptical about this sandbox, what it's about. But after a while, when we went down to meet people, to meet, for example, the farmers that doing the rice field, because we have the project in our sandbox to alternate wet and dry rice farm, to change their way of doing the rice farm, to reduce their greenhouse gases.
Really?
Don't you know that Thai rice field create more the greenhouse gases?
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
really?
there is one thing that we try in our sandbox, and we went down to talk with the farmers to give them some knowledge how to make a new way of the rice farm. Or another thing that is more, clearer is about in Thai we call the Pa Chum Chon. It means the forest that does not belong to the government. It belongs to the community.
Right.
Yeah, community forest.
Yeah. Okay.
We went down to talk with the community forest people, that they gather to take care of their own forest, and they can use the land, they can use the area by themselves. That is not the national asset. And let them see that if they can preserve the forest, in this case, there are 45 community forest that has joining hand with us to take care for the forest, to increase more green area, because it is one of the NDC that we can absorb carbon.
Yeah.
When they preserve the forest, they can get more. Tourism to come to the forest for the ecotourism.
Yeah.
And they can get more income, more into the community.
And this is, like you said, this is solely for the community.
Yeah. So they can see that doing green initiatives, they can have some more income.
Right.
Yeah, the green and edible in Thai language.
Yeah.
In Thai context. So that is one thing that we try to convince the people that the sandbox is about doing green things, and you can survive with it. You can live with it. You have some income from it.
Yeah.
That is one thing that we went down to get buy-in or get hands from the community. So that it came to our generic name of these projects. The sandbox is about PPP. We used to be PPP, that is conventional. We know that's public-private partnership. But later, the office of the Thai public sector development, Gopro in Thai, they gave us the advice that for nowadays we should add one more P, that is people.
So 4 Ps.
Yeah, but we don't like 4. We call 3 Ps.
3 Ps.
Yeah, public, private, and people. Partnership.
I think it's just marketing. I think it just sounds better.
Because we cannot leave the people behind. We cannot leave the community behind. That is the concept that they advise us, and suddenly we add people into the community, into our sandbox. That is in the part that the people has their part in. Another part is about industries.
Right.
The commercial.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you see that the SME is now facing more difficulty in doing business. Yeah. So that there comes the sandbox will take care that how can we make the SME and the big corporate, because the cement manufacturers are all the big corporates. How can they exchange their best practices? Mm-hmm. For example, how to reduce the energy cost, how to make better automation to your factories.
That's good.
So there comes the project that the big corporate and the SME come together and join hands to exchange the idea.
How many SMEs are you guys working with right now?
Saraburi, there are more than 2,000 companies for the industries, and majority of them, 90% of them are SME. So nowadays we invited them to visit and to have a meeting and to exchange idea.
In Sandbox?
In the Sandbox.
Gotcha.
We call the Go Together project, that the big corporate and the SME come together and exchange idea. We learn best practices from the SME. Mm-hmm. SME learn some failures and some success in our industries, and we exchange idea. And in some way, we also connect for the market matching as well.
Oh, that's good.
This is the concept of the inclusiveness, that all the parties, all the stakeholders, the community, the people, and the SME, every people can be joining hand in the sandbox.
Bring them to Seta. Right. Bring them over.
Right.
Let's have a conversation with these people.
I can say that to start a project like this, it will be a hard job. To make a move from the beginning. Yeah. Because you move something from a very steady state to move. You push more energy. After it can be rolling, it's now the time that the leader of the sandbox, the mission from now, is to get more hands to rotating this change, to push this change more sustainably. So this is the agenda for this year's Sandbox, for the 3rd year.
When is it?
We have announced this in the ESG symposium in the 30th of September at the Queen Sirikit National Convention Center. And we will hold a similar symposium like this in January in Saraburi province for the people of the Saraburi province, for them to come and to listen, to speak, and to exchange what they can do for the sandbox. Let the sandbox be theirs, not from some others organizations. That is the first thing. To get more people more stakeholders to be in the sandbox. Second, let them see that the sandbox is not something that only doing for โลกสวย or doing for the world. You must, I mean, the green must be edible. People can get some income out of the doing green. That is the agendas, the two agendas for the next step of the sandbox. How to get more stakeholders into the sandbox and how to make it more sustainably.
Fair enough.
That is the concept.
It's a good initiative, honestly. It's a good goal to have, especially. Is this also work with you, like, personally?
Yeah.
Does it actually, I mean, obviously it's what you strive for, right? So, but personally, you know, what do you believe is the most important lesson people can take away from this?
It's rather hard to get buy-in. I mean, to get the engagement from the people, especially when it comes to a very long-term initiatives or a very long-term target. Because people always ask, what will you get the result in 1-2 years?
Oh yeah, what can I get? It's all personal from there.
That is one of the hardest thing. And to be frank, I mean, to solve more complexity in working with the public sector, we require more time or more, positive effort to sort it out. What is the limitation?
If you sort out the limitation you have with the public sector, do you think that will help ease over the correlation between you and the people?
That is the key.
That's the key.
I think the key success of the sandbox or even the decarbonization of the country to achieve the 2065 target is that we got to have a new legislation.
Right.
It has been already too late. You see that we are now on the way, that all the SDG or all the targets has been missed. Came back from the COP 28, 29. You see that all the target that has been set by the UN, we are on the way to miss the target.
Right.
So we are already too late to achieve 1.5 or 2 degrees. We better start not to be more later than this. So we don't have enough time to do it by function based, ministry based in Thailand. When we talk with one ministries, they say they can do as much as this, but outside this, they cannot do anything. That is the thing that we have to accept. But we don't have enough time for each ministry to make a new legislation. I said the key is how can we have one issue-based, not the function-based, one issue-based idea or one issue-based
plan?
One issue-based provision for the transitioning of Thai economy to be the low carbon. There must be one transitioning provision to cover
every single pipeline.
Yes, if you set the target 2065 to be net zero,
you need to have that
provision. How to achieve it with the issue-based, not the function-based.
Right.
To cover and make each regulation or each limitation can be done in a certain way.
Right.
Not the whole country, not in the wide, so broad that you cannot control. In one area, in one province, the area-based approach is very good approach that one location, one province can do this by your own, at your context.
But then can you compare that to a place like Bangkok with not just the population difference, but also maybe the ideology as well, the way they see this work?
Bangkok is another, complicated context because they are, mainly Bangkok, I can say it is more complex than
it is complex,
isn't
it? Yes.
But if you have the climate issue, there must be one
provision,
urgent agenda for the country to achieve it. And I think that now the public sector, they are doing something, but we don't know yet that what will come out, because you cannot just, have the target and don't have the clear roadmap. In one day, the peer pressure or the commitment must be delivered. So we are now making our own, bottom-up working process to be ready.
Yeah.
When the national level is ready to change, then it can be met in the midway.
Okay, so over the past 3 decades that you've worked in this industry, and with your position now that you are holding, what do you believe is the most important lesson that you've learned about sustainability and actually working in sustainability?
I think optimism, because we live with it. We have grown up in this country. We understand. So, every country has its own path to reach the target.
Right.
So for Thailand, we must be optimistic that thing can be done.
Right.
Right. We are waiting that there will be the key change from the public sector to make things happen. Right.
Yeah,
it is my belief.
If you could, let's say, if you could have like one wish, right? If you could just say, if you could just wave a magic wand, what would be your ideal sustainable future of the country, for the country?
It will be a sensitive thing, but I have to say that the leadership of the country.
Right.
Because we cannot change a country without a very strong leadership or a persistent commitment.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. You must stay long enough. You must be persistent long enough.
And optimistic enough.
Yeah, because it's not a 1 or 2 years thing to do.
Yeah, no.
It's like a lifetime job.
Yeah.
It's like a lifetime assignment.
Yeah.
It's a lifetime roadmap and test and learn things. You must have a very long-term,
committed long-term ideology to actually
persistent commitment to deliver.
Yeah.
To change the working process of the country.
And you need to change the mindset of the people too, to achieve this ideal infrastructure.
That's why it's a lifetime
for sustainability.
job.
It is a lifetime job, yeah. When I ask you about the ideal sustainable future for Thailand, and you mentioned it being a lifetime job, what does that entail?
For the time, when we are doing our job about the sandbox, always people asking me, what am I expect to get in 1 year or 2 years? What is the short-term plan? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, we try to get the carbon emission in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. We have that kind of things for the target. But if you ask me what is my target, I think it's always taking a very long term to transform the working process about the decarbonization in Thailand.
Got you.
It will be a lifetime job. I always talking with the province governor that we can do it. In 1 year to get the target, but it's not there yet. It's always a very long-term job to change the mindset of people, change the working process of the PPP, and how to get the really sustainable working process in Thailand. Seta also can make in the higher level. Can create change that you can correlate with the global organizations and the global bodies to inspire the government, inspire the countries. Yeah,
that's what we're hoping to do. Yeah,
right. That we must have some change in the working process of the country, and then when the times come, we can meet in the midway.
All we can do right now is show them that it is possible. It's not just greenwashing. It's not just wishful thinking.
Right.
Actions have been taken and is in place at the moment. And it's our job, Seta and SCG and the Sandbox's job, to show them that this is feasible and you need to participate at the moment, right now.
Yeah.
As well.
That's the key success.
That's the key success.
Yeah. Right.
Our KPI.
Right. Because otherwise it's just, the effort of the area.
Right.
Yeah. At the end, the most important key success factor is from the public sector,
Right.
from
Yeah.
the leadership of the country.
It always starts from the top, and then the rest will follow.
It must be, persistent.
It has to be
Yeah.
persistent, and you need to be optimistic, as you
Right.
said. That's actually a very good point to end on, actually.
Right.
So, if people were to want to find out more about this initiative, where can they?
Of course, we have in Saraburi, we have our own, working team
Yeah.
with the province governor.
Right.
And he already set up the social page, the Facebook page
Yep.
of the
Of the project.
of the project.
Yeah.
There you will see more progress and more the details of the project. Right.
Okay, lovely. Well, it's a very nice pleasure to actually have a conversation with you.
Thank you.
And it's been very informative. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And thank you for everyone who's patiently watched us throughout the whole conversation and our conversation. And I hope I will see you in the next session. Thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.